Okay, welcome everyone. This is the Sprint 2 demo. Some of you were probably here for the last one. It's pretty much going to be the same format. And so let's get started. The goals are the same. We're going to review the work that's been completed and what was not completed. We're going to present that work to you guys as stakeholders. And then when we're done, we're going to celebrate. And again, I'm going to ask that you hold questions until after the demo, and we'll get those as time permits. And of course, please be sure to document your questions so we can get those passing through John and Steve, and they can help us prioritize what needs to go into future sprints. And I think we've already covered this, but I had a note added in to please mute your microphones so that we don't get the feedback and other noise. So just to update everyone, we are currently ending week 11 of the project. This is an ending sprint 2, and it's 11 out of 26. Again, a sprint is basically a 2-week period where we're going to develop and perform the work that was identified in the requirements gathering phase, and this is just a quick screenshot of the backlog we put together for this sprint. And just to review really quickly, in Sprint 1, in the demo, Larry went through some of the site installation, the features showing you how the navigation works, examples of some of the user roles, and he created some content and showed you some of the fields and how you complete those in creating that content. And we also inserted some multimedia, if you remember, a photo or two, and some of the metadata that was associated with that. And he went through some of the content layout options that you'll have in some of the themes. Or in the theme. Currently in this one, we're going to go through a list of modules. We've got some work we've done for your portal team to show them an RSS feed, and then some of the site installation pieces, including the taxonomy, some of the SSL support, features and user roles, and also in the demo, we're going to create some content and look at some of the multimedia metadata, and then we're also going to look at some of the content layout options and show you a little bit of some of the content migration of how it will come out of your existing sites. So at this point, I'm going to turn this over to Ryan Wagner. He's one of our developers and front-end specialists at Palantir, and he's going to take us through the demo today.
All right.
Okay, Ryan, it's over to you now.
All right, excellent. Can everyone see the welcome to UMN? Outstanding. Well, this is a live demo, so I will apologize in advance for when something goes wrong. So the first thing up on the list is, here's the basic site. Right now it's using HTTP, but as part of getting secure pages everywhere installed, when you log in, it flips over to HTTPS, and it will remain there for the duration of as long as we're logged in. So the first person to log in is just the root and the administrator, and so we're good. So the first thing I wanted to go over is the modules doc, because it's been a really hot topic amongst the university, and there's been a lot of people who've been really curious to know what we're going to provide, what's going to be on, and what these modules do. Now, this is a very long document, so unless there are particular requests for me to do so, I'm not going to go over the whole thing. But I would encourage everyone to have a look over it and to disseminate what information out of it you see fit from your end. All of the modules have links to their project page as well as a brief description. So that should be able to answer the vast majority of any questions that you get about what modules will be provided and whether they will be on or off. So the next topic I wanted to go over was the calendars, which has been another topic. So we're going to create a new calendar. And we'll call this the test UMN calendar. And we'll put it at just the slug calendar. So this is the field in which you will input the Google Calendar share link to get to that, this is a test calendar that I made up just for this purpose. And so, we have conferences, meetings, events, etc. To get the share link, you go to share this calendar. You need to make sure that the make this calendar public is checked, otherwise it will not work. Go to calendar, and then grab this link here. Paste it directly in. Now it's worth noting at this point that, as with all other nodes, there is a free tagging field. And what that means is that if you have a calendar that's specifically for a particular subset of people, if it's for people in your health department or it's people in the biology department, you could tag it here with biology or health or whatever else you felt was fitting. So we'll make sure that it's published, and then we'll provide a log message of first update, and we'll save it. And here we have our Google Calendar. As you can see, you have week, month, and agenda views available to you, but if you want to change the defaults, that's easy enough. We'll just go to customize this page. We'll go to the settings for our calendar. Continue. And then here you can change the time zone, the week start date, as well as the display mode. So I don't really like the month one, so we'll change it to agenda. We'll save it. And save, and now we have an agenda. That's particularly useful if you want to put it in a small sidebar or something that would not easily support the full month view or full week view. From there, we'll move on to a general page. And we'll move on towards the image uploading systems. So this will be a general page. And so we'll paste in here just a little bit of text. Just a little bit of standard issue lorem ipsum. And we'll grab an image. So there's a couple here. There's a couple options as far as YouTube videos or Vimeo videos, but we'll hit those in a second. But let's upload a file, and I happen to have some GIFs here just for the purpose. And so at this point, you can see that all of the various fields that were requested have been provided. In order to assure 508 compliance, alt text is required. You can't upload an image, and you cannot embed an image without it. So this will just be the alt text. And we'll paste the lorem ipsum text here again as well. Now, one of the things I noticed is that right now I don't have any tags in my editorial section. So let's back out real quick and let's add some tags to that. One of the requests for features was that the images be taggable and need at least one tag as far as what editorial section they were part of. So we'll add term 1. You can provide a description if you want, you don't have to. And term 2. And so let's go back. And this time we have our alt text title. We'll leave the description blank. And this one belongs to editorial sections term 1 and term 2. This one, and it has tags. This is another free tagging field so that it can be tagged with whatever the uploader feels appropriate. And this one is sourced from localhost. So we'll save it. And now we're actually gotten to the embedding stage. And we can display it as original size, quarter size, thumbnail link. We'll display it as a thumbnail. And we'll give it the description lorem ipsum text. And now we have a thumbnail of the image in there. Just to provide a little bit of spacing, I'll put another line of lorem ipsum. And this time, instead of a image, I'm going to use a YouTube video. And this is a video that should be near and dear to everyone's heart. It is the YouTube video, Why Choose the University of Minnesota. And you can see the thumbnail here. So there's no additional content. We'll paste in some text for the pull quote, though. And let's publish it. And give it a log message. And so we have our alarm Epsom text, our pull quote, the thumbnail, and the YouTube video with a fully functional player. The free tagging field is available to all nodes so that it's very easy for content administrators, be they contributors, editors, or senior editors, to sort content and provide people with an ability to easily find similar content. It all uses the same vocabulary as well, so the autocomplete will help people to not accidentally wind up with 50 iterations of why go to the University of Minnesota. So the portal functionality has been certainly a very hot topic as well. To get to the portal output, you just go to Edit Draft. We put it here to make sure that the URL was only very easily findable by those who should have access to it. So this is the portal URL. So I'm just going to copy that, and we'll pull up the page. So as you can see here, this is an XML feed. It has the title, a link to it, the language, the title again, and then after that it has a description. And this description includes all of the body content. Now, it's not very easy to read right now because it is the encoded HTML, so it includes the less than. But fortunately, we can go here and see what it will look like when it's actually rendered on a web page. As you can see, when it's rendered by the portal site, it will still have the images, they'll still be the correct size. All of the embedded files will work, as well as any kind of embedded video and another fully functional player. The next topic that a lot of people have been discussing is the migration. And migration is very straightforward. The first step, which I have already taken care of, is to import the database that's provided by the migration people from UMN. And thank you very much for the hard work that UMN has put into making that in a format that we can import. So once you've gotten that imported, you just go to Content and Migrate. As you can see here, there is the UMN node with 662 rows right now. We're not going to import all of them because that would take a long time. And so we're just going to check that one. We're going to go Options, and we're only going to import 10. If you've already done, say, half of the imports and you want to not do that again, or not even so that you don't overwrite, you can simply check the update box. It'll import new content and update old content. And we'll click Execute. And this shouldn't take but a moment. There it goes. And so now here is the imported content. So let's just pick one. Let's go to the letters of recommendation. And there's not very much in that one. Here's one that has a lot more in it. So we have the 2013 recipient, Best Dissertation Award. We have the table. The image is an ongoing process, I understand. And that's something that will be tackled in a later sprint. But the content imported file will be made available very easily for the content importers. So something that did not get demonstrated last time was the site manager and senior editor role. So I'm just going to log out and log back in as the site manager. And the important thing to note here is the site managers now have access to the modules page. With all of the modules that we have, as well as filtering and formatting. So let's log out of that user and log into the senior editor. the important thing that the senior editor now has is the My Workbench page. And this is a quick overview of all of the content that you have submitted, recent content, that content status, as well as file list drafts, things that need review. And so the last thing I'd like to demonstrate is the base theme, of which only the framework has been completed, but the framework is in place as well as a university standard mandatory header and footer. And thank you again to the University of Minnesota for providing the structure for that, as well as some of the CSS and JavaScript. So we'll go to Appearance. And we'll enable and set default as the UMN base theme. There we go. Now we'll go back to the home page, and as you can see, the university branded header is here in the full width across the page, as well as the university footer. And so that was all that I had to demonstrate right this particular moment. So I'd like to open the floor to any questions.
Yeah, so if anyone has any questions now, Ryan, I'm going to leave you as presenter, so just in case you need to go back through and access anything to demonstration. So anyone on the UMN side that has questions, now is the time.
Yes. Feel free to either say them out loud or type them as Robin said. I am watching the chat. No questions whatsoever?
John, could you let us know if everything is good there? Or
Yeah, we're everything looks pretty good to us so far. Yeah.
okay, well, Ryan, that's the pretty much the end of your part of the demo, correct?
That is. I will yield the floor back to you, sir.
Okay. Just wanted. Okay. Well, thanks, Ryan. That was great. I love some of that, some of the work you were doing there, especially with the RSS for the portal and some of the pieces there with the base theme and the content migration as well. So also some of the work we completed, some behind the scenes type work. Some of these are QA tickets as well that didn't necessarily fit into a demo, but some of the base installation, some of the work for the base theme, content layout, and some of the features and things like that. There was some other pieces there, just didn't lend themselves to a demo. And some of the work we did not complete, some of the optional features, which is basically for a site administrator, as they were performing a site installation, these would just be some of the optional features they would have to turn on or even be able to turn off later. So we were really close on that. We may even get it done today. For one piece of the Workbench admin block, we hit an unexpected bug, and we are working on that. And it actually took a little more time, and it caused a couple of other pieces to not get completed as well, just because of the time we spent trying to get the troubleshooting done on that. And of course, user authentication. We are still working with Acquia on that, and we'll hopefully have some progress later today on there as well. So action items to take away. Again, just we'll be adding and updating user stories as needed, and for any bugs, we're going to QA those and get that working in through the next sprint as well. Sprint 3, because of a holiday week, we're going to call it a 1.5 week sprint. It will actually end the week of Thanksgiving, and we'll have that review on Wednesday, the 27th. And just a reminder, these are recorded so that you will be able to watch it. I know a lot of people are having using vacation time that day. So it will be available for you when you return. And on the UMN side, you guys will be helping us with the backlog prioritization and any ongoing QA. And for Palantir, we're definitely going to be working on user authentication, optional features, and the header footer customizations that did not get completed in this sprint. And so, again, a big thank you to UMN, especially all you guys that are working with us on the project team. I want everybody to know these folks are really putting in a lot of time and effort, meeting with us some on a daily basis, and really helping us with this project, and even providing some of the design work and the pieces there as well. And like I say, John and Steve, you guys are great, and everybody under there, Ryan DeBaker, what he's doing with the content migration. I think all you stakeholders, you'll be getting to know him a little better as you start migrating your sites over to the Drupal platform in the future. So with that, we're going to end this.
Tom?
Yes.
Before everyone signs off, I do want to mention that the demo that Ryan showed today will be available in a sandbox that we anticipate having available next week, and we'll send a notification out to the Google group once it's available with sign-in credentials as well.
Yes, excellent point. And I'll have the recording for this process for you, John, and turn it over to you, perhaps by the end of the day, but if not, Monday. Okay, so with that, again, another opportunity for questions, and otherwise, I think we're going to call this demo complete. Okay. Well, John, if you or Steve do not have anything further, we're going to call this complete.
I think we're good unless there's any questions. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.